So today is Thursday, June the 11th of 2015, and we're out here rolling down cereal rye. This is a bit of a cover crop experiment, as it were. I ran out of herbicide for 75 feet of width, and I decided to leave it. We've planted the soybeans into the cereal rye green. The cereal rye is still growing. The soybeans, if we look down in here in the canopy, have all emerged real nicely. They're all up here growing, and they're nice and green and healthy. And so what we've done is we've come along with the roller crimper, and we've crimped off the cereal rye. And the roller crimper is designed from Rodale Institute out of Pennsylvania. And if we look here where my thumb is, you can see that this stalk of cereal rye has this wet spot, and that's where it's crimped. And if you feel it with your thumb here, it is just sort of hollow. So it's going to pierce off that, much like girdling a tree, and the cereal rye will die a real slow death, and you'll be left with a nice biomulch on the soil surface. So I'm not an organic farmer. I can respect the fact that organic farmers do not use herbicide. They do a little more tillage, obviously, than I like as a no-till farmer. But nonetheless, I'm going to use this as an experiment for my own knowledge base and see if I can go without herbicide in this 75-foot swath. And these beans are all 100% non-GMO, so they're not resistant to herbicide. So we have to use conventional chemistry in here. So it'll be an interesting experiment. And I do have a little bit of weed pressure as far as some perennials. There's some dandelions in here, but it's not too bad. And I'm just trying to get enough exposure here so you can see the tractor come past off in the distance. It's coming up the field. And we don't have a lot of capital invested. This is an old tractor my grandfather bought actually a long time ago. So it's an old International 856. And we've got this roller crimper attached to it. And we're just covering 15 feet at a time. So it's not a real speedy process. But it does a real nice job of rolling this rye down and acting exactly the way it's supposed to. And we're going to see here in a second as he comes past. It's going to get a little loud here, folks, so just bear with me. But he's coming up, and the time to crimp this rye is now, because if we look here, the head of the cereal rye is at anthesis, okay? So if we look down here, we can see that the heads are all pollinating on the cereal rye quite nicely, and that's the perfect time to kill the rye. So here he comes past with the roller crimper, and there he goes. And he's just rolling it down real nice. It's got that chevron pattern on there, and it maintains that steel drum with contact with the soil. And that's filled with a little bit of water for a little extra ballast. And it's just rolling it down. And this cereal rye is approximately waist high. So it's got some nice spring growth to it already. So we'll see what's going to happen here in this part of deep southwestern Ontario. And thanks for watching.